This is Mark and Charity's Coffee Podcast.
That is correct. It is the Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast. Charity back from vacation.
Woo-hoo.
I only did a couple of them last week.
That's what you were saying. I only do a couple when you're away, too.
Yeah, I had great guests on the show to carry the podcast. Bill Glisky was on because they had the open house at the Children's Safety Village. And I had a number of listeners check back on the show and say, oh, hey, thanks for telling us about that. That was great. It was great for the kids, and we didn't know what it was and thought it was fabulous. And then we had Mark Phillips on about the great fireworks show on Friday night.
Yes.
What else we had? We had Chad Starr on talking about this upcoming weekend shark regatta.
So why did you only do a couple?
I did three. Because I had those three
why did you do three?
Because I had those three guests. And the other times it's like, who just wants to hear me complain that Charity's on vacation and I'm not?
Is that why you didn't have to do a podcast complaining about me being away?
Seemed like
you could just embrace it.
Could have been some other work I didn't want to do. That's what it sounded like. But anyway.
Well, I forget, who was the lady who called this morning who said, so glad you're back. Because by Friday, he wanted you back.
She exaggerates.
Did she? Because, yeah. I don't think she was exaggerating. I think you were exaggerating. What people don't realize, Mark secretly loves it when I'm not here. He plays it up like it's a big hassle and that he's so sad and lonely. He loves it. It is a break for him, too, that I am not here.
When Charity comes back from vacation, I have to take down the lava lamps. And the decorations, and I have to put away the popcorn machine. And
okay, you don't have to put away the popcorn machine. That can stay out all the time.
You had a good week, though?
I had a great week.
Yeah. It was a staycation,
it was beautiful
right?
weather. Well, kind of. We took the kids camping. We did go away, not far. I guess it was closer. I did find it was too close. I like going like an hour. And when we went camping, we went to Brighton. We went to the KOA in Brighton, which was lovely.
Yeah.
We had a great time there. Not quite as far enough away for me. Wayne loved it because we were only a half hour from home. And it was a great few days just to get away. I will say I didn't listen to you at all last week.
Perfect.
Didn't listen to the radio at all.
Good. You shouldn't.
We went to Wonderland. We did some sports. The kids kept their sports up and just, hung around the house. It was great. Wonderland was awesome.
Yeah.
It really was. It was a good day. It wasn't busy. It wasn't overly hot. Ben got to ride the big rides for the first time. He was tall enough to ride like the really big rides, which gave me a heart attack.
So he went on Leviathan
He
and
did.
Behemoth.
That was the very first one they did. I did not do Leviathan. I did do Behemoth.
I don't understand.
Nathan's done the Yukon Striker, which is the one that hangs and then drops. There was no way in hell I was getting on that one. And neither boy did that when we went. But the Bat, loved the Bat, did that one. They did the Timber Run, Timber Wolf, whatever that. They love that.
Yeah.
They stood up at the bridge, got nice and wet.
Yep.
And then walked around with slushy shoes. Closed the rest of the day.
Oh, the Big Ten again.
It really wasn't busy. I don't think we waited. There was one ride where we waited maybe 40 minutes. Everything else was maybe 20 at the most. That's most.
Great.
Like it was really good.
Weather was good?
Weather was great.
Did you do the water park?
We spent about an hour or so in the water park.
Okay.
It was really underwhelming, I think, for them. They thought, ooh, water park. And then they got in there and they're like, we're good.
Yeah.
Let's just keep
Let's go back to the other stuff. Yeah.
But I will say it ain't cheap. Holy crap.
No, eh?
Sorry. I say that. Okay, so we ate there.
Yes. Yeah.
That's not cheap.
Right.
I recommend taking as much food as you can with you because, wow, I don't remember it being quite that expensive.
It's the way of the world now, right? It's the way of the world.
Holy crap.
No matter where you go.
Wow.
If you think, well, we'll just grab something to eat, boy, you're dipping in fast.
You don't just grab something to eat. We had lunch, and when I got the bill, I'm like, okay, so this is it for the day.
Yep.
Everybody preserve their energy.
That's right. Everybody eat slowly.
Exactly.
And waste nothing.
If we have to wrap it up and take it with us, maybe we should portion it off and then just ration it throughout the rest of the day because this is it.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, that's good. Get you a little bit of summer in there. And we really owe Mark Phillips a debt of gratitude, too.
That was the thing I was disappointed about because we weren't
You weren't there?
We weren't there for this year's fireworks show.
Festival on the Bay had its drone and fireworks show on Friday night, and we went out for dinner. We made a night of it.
Nice.
And then wandered around with the sales and everything, and then wandered back to the car and got the chairs. I'm trying to do it in my mind. What time did we end up sitting down? 8:15, 8:30, I think. And I thought it's going to go at 10. Mm-hmm. Now, it's beautiful, and it was a beautiful night. So what if we're sitting there? Because there's already
hundreds of people. You do have to get there early.
You do.
You do have to get
the spot
early.
We got, because we got the best spot.
Mm-hmm.
I now know we have the best spot. If we had the first pick overall in the fireworks draft spots, we would pick where we sat. Okay. Everybody else would then take our spot, given a chance. So I'm not going to tell you where it is, but it's the best spot. We just loved it. And the hour and a half flew by. There was only one porta potty, but I knew where there was a stack of 4 somewhere else because I live around here. That was great because, of course, I have to go twice in an hour and a half. I'm 60, for God's sakes. Can't sit for an hour and a half and not have to go pee. So that was done, and before we know it, bang, it was great. I had a really good time. So Mark, all the work he does. Yeah, the fireworks. Drones, I thought the drones didn't go as long.
Well, I don't know if they were, but last year I think the drones were such a surprise.
Yeah.
Nobody had really,
any idea,
or very few had experienced that. I know I hadn't seen a drone show like that before. So maybe that was part of it too. It was kind of like, oh, okay, they're back. Like I don't want to say it's old hat because it's still pretty cool.
Right.
But people now expecting it or knowing that it may seem less or may not seem as spectacular as the fireworks.
Yeah. But when you get to the drones, when the drones come up and spell more.
Yeah.
And everybody applauds, and then all of a sudden it looks like a clock, and it says 3, 2, 1, and that says fire, boom. And then the fireworks go off.
It's pretty cool.
And that was free. I mean, I
know.
It was about amazing. A 20-minute show.
I want to say last year I talked to a few people, and not a lot of people knew about it, number one.
Yeah.
Not a lot, well, I don't know if I want to go to Trenton to watch.
Okay.
Yeah. But now, this year, leading up to it, the amount of people who were asking me, is it back? Are they doing it again? Can we go? Like, what time? Like, the excitement around it was there. So I imagine it was more people this year and a little.
I think so. Yeah.
Because it was an amazing show last year. So I expected it would be this year too.
That spot behind City Hall, so that was full. The field behind the marina where you guys were last year, that was full. Yes. And the field behind Metro on the other side of the road, packed. People parking in there as well. So it was great. So to everybody from North Star Entertainment and Market Mystical Distributing and the city of Quinte West for and the downtown area, of course, with Festival on the Bay, another successful weekend.
Well, and your wife took some great photos. I know there's photos up on our Facebook page and at In Quinte. So if you did miss it, have a look because, again, spectacular show.
It was great. Paves the way to a good-looking week this week with a lot of stuff going on, including Tim Hortons Camp Day.
Yes.
Charity and I are going to try and get to 40 different Tim Hortons on Wednesdays.
Sorry?
No?
What?
We're going to try and hit every single Tim Hortons. We're going to be busy.
Every single Tim Hortons in Belleville or
right across Eastern Ontario.
Oh my gosh.
Santa is picking us up. And only he can get us to as many Tim Hortons as we can.
Oh my God. Why are you saying this?
I don't know.
Don't do that to us.
Because everybody's going to go and expect to see us there. And then they'll say, oh, I guess they were here and then we left. Yeah.
Well, I think we are going down to the one just down here, right?
Yeah, because we know the manager's there.
Yeah.
So that's a good start.
Because that's where we do the cookies and we've done camp there before.
And then Sidbury is where our road crew's going to be.
Is your phone going off? Is that your phone?
My phone's
Sydney
going
and
off.
Bridge.
Yeah. No, it's an appointment, everybody, because I have a dental appointment on Thursday. No, that's my phone. My phone's ringing.
Oh, so they're calling you. Do you want to answer it?
No, it's just confirming a dentist appointment I have. Real life. It's just real life.
I turn the ringer off my phone.
Nah. Nobody ever calls me.
I am professional.
Nobody ever calls me. Whoever calls me.
Kathy calls you sometimes.
No, she doesn't.
I don't know. Does Steph call you?
Nobody calls me. Nobody cares.
Your dentist is calling. You should put that on silent.
Yep. Okay. All right, let me
because it was kind of freaking me out. I'm like, whose phone is that loud out there? And here it was
loud?
Yours. Well, I thought it was one out there. So yes, I thought it was loud.
Nah.
But it's your pocket, so it was fine. It wasn't that loud. No, what were we talking?
Tim Hortons.
What was that?
They left a message. Oh, good.
Yes, Tim Hortons Camp Day. We're going up the road again. Sydney and Bridge, our road crew apparently will be at that one.
Yeah.
So we'll be out Wednesday.
And all of your money, because I saw your cup
money
this morning, all your money is going to be going to help kids in camp, which is great.
Yeah, they've already started with the cups.
Everybody knows it. Everybody knows what it's about.
Send kids to camp. And, of course, they'll have the bracelets and other fun things that you can buy that day, too. And all locations will have games and other ways you can help support Camp Day.
Now, how do we get to do it?
What do you mean?
So, do I get to be at the drive-thru handing coffees out? I think that's what happens, right?
You're always at the drive-thru. I don't even know why you're asking the question. Of course you're going to be there. They expect you to be in the drive-thru. I take the orders. You usually hand them out.
That's what it was.
McDonald's got switched up, and you caused a traffic jam.
Wasn't my fault.
It was.
Wasn't my fault.
So I think it's better if I take the order, and then you just hand them their drinks or food, or because it's not just coffee anymore, is it? Is it still coffee? Yes, it's coffee proceeds.
Right, but
so everybody will be getting coffee.
I'll hand out whatever they order, not just the coffee.
Yeah, but the coffee is what helps send kids to camp. Remember
I get that. No,
buy coffee for your coworkers, family, even if you don't drink it. So if you don't drink coffee, you can get me a coffee and I will drink it.
If it's just, I'll get a coffee for you on Wednesday morning.
The point is,
before the show,
I will take the orders.
Okay.
You hand them their stuff.
Okay.
That's it.
And then engage them.
If you'd like to at that point.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Then that's where you do it. You don't do it while you're taking their order.
No, that's the
because it gums up the works, Mark.
That's the POE. That's the point of engagement, is when you're handing them. That's what it's all about.
100%.
Yeah. Okay, so that's going on Wednesday. And then Friday is Rotary Loves Kids golf tournament. Golf? No, I don't think I will. Usually I tend to go away because I'm on vacation. So I'm
you on
taking
vacation?
Off. I don't know. I think I am.
See, I came back from vacation today, and Mark has vacation coming up, and I was prepared because you were taking
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks coming
your
up.
2 week block. You always take your 2 week block in July, so I was prepared. And it's usually our vacation goes back to back, so we have this week, which is new and exciting to kind of break it up before you go.
Yeah.
And one of the first things, I don't know if I'm going next week. So now you're throwing me right off.
Yeah.
Because I'm prepared. I was prepared to have this week with you, get back into the swing of things, and then be on my own for 2 weeks. And you're throwing me a curveball by saying, I don't know, we got next week.
It's funny, after having you back, I'm thinking I want my 2 weeks.
I think you should take it.
I think I just...
if that's what's necessary to get you to take vacation, wait until tomorrow.
No. Oh.
It'll just slowly ramp up the entire week.
I may be gone on Thursday.
Maybe. After camp day, Mark will be like, peace out. I'm done.
Oh, my gosh. No.
Did I say 2 weeks? I meant 2.5 weeks.
Equipment breakdown, and I don't know. Maybe.
It does sound like it was an interesting week last week for you, and I'm sorry. I hope I don't have
I hope
hiccups,
you don't have it.
because there were some hiccups. We've had things with the phone before, but this was more than just the phone by the sounds of it.
Phone's rebooted in the middle of Jimmy Hollywood. Like, you just can't even guess.
I tease, but was that really a bad thing?
He was going on about something.
Was he telling a story?
I don't know, and it was early on. He was already late from Woodstock, and I was pissed about it. And so, all right, whatever. Okay. I don't know why that's my problem.
See, I was going to ask you how last week was, but now I don't know if I want to open that door again. Because I haven't seen you since the golf tournament we were in, and that's why I asked you if you were golfing on Friday.
Right.
Because the day, like leading into my holidays, was the ladies golf tournament for Volunteer and Information Quinte, which was, I know you talked about it last week. I'm sure you did.
Hardly.
But
I didn't.
You didn't? You didn't talk about it at all
I just said hi to everybody, and that was
a really good day.
No, we had a good time.
Christine and Ashley were awesome. Got some great photos of Mark with his Barbies. It was a fun day.
Right.
There were a lot of Barbies there. There were, what, three
different
groups?
sets, yeah.
Yeah.
And
we were the only one with a Ken, though.
I had mentioned when I found out who won most honest golfers or best in whatever for the highest score, right? And they were the group behind us. In front of us.
The Barbies won the most fun, I think.
Right.
Did they get the high? No, they didn't get the highest score.
No.
It's another group of ladies.
They got the highest score. I asked the individuals here at the radio station who never golfed before, how did you guys not get that? And I was told, we didn't keep score.
You were keeping score, though.
No. Remember the group of Katie and Jill?
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't golf with us.
Oh, that's right. They were golfing
so
with
I asked her, I said, how did you guys not get the highest score? We didn't keep a score because they didn't want to go up and be told. So they just threw their scorecard away and just went out and had a good time.
See, I thought maybe it would be us.
Yeah.
Because Christine and Ashley, who we golfed with, and I'm sorry, I can't think of the group they were from.
I apologize.
It was a community group from Quinte West.
Great organization when they're talking about what they do.
Yes. Really help people in need in Quinte West.
Serious big time.
But they had never golfed before.
Yeah.
Ashley had never golfed before. Mm-hmm. Christine had been, she said, I think 8 or 6 years, maybe. Yeah. And they did well. By the end of it, they were doing really good. And then you
told
and I.
Me you didn't golf, and then you go, well, we used you like golf. 2 times.
I know, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was.
I don't golf.
For somebody who says that.
Mark said to me about halfway through our 9 holes, he's like, the way you were talking, I thought you literally, you could not golf. You're not bad.
No, you're hitting the ball great. And then on top of that, when the women's tees are up 50, 60 yards and you hit it, 150, 60 yards, well, that's like hitting it 2 1/4. I'm not doing that. Like, oh my God.
I had a couple of nice shots, but then as you saw, it kind of goes down.
Well, because spending time with me and for Strops.
Well, and I might have had a Caesar at that point too.
And getting closer to vacation.
Yes, and getting closer to the end. It was hot too. It wasn't the hottest, but it was warm.
They were still pretty darn hot.
And Mark kind of warned me. He's like, if you don't tee off at the women's tees, and if you don't do this, and if you don't do this. So I was nervous too.
Sure, you should have been. But you managed to get through, and for the most part, we've remained friends.
Yes.
Until this morning.
But I thought we would be in the running, because you were keeping score. I really thought maybe we would be
Chef, 41.
The most honest.
We were 5 over through 9 holes in a scramble.
Now, I know that's not great.
Not great.
But compared to the other teams, I wonder how we did.
Well, I think the team that won the most honest was 42. So we were within a shot of being dead last.
Oh.
We were pretty darn close. We were dreadfully close.
Oh, so we just missed 1 or 2 more.
Let's try less next year.
Okay.
And walk away with that trophy.
It's going to be tough. I'll see what I can do.
Yes! So happy.
Oh, and I got lost too. I don't know if you cleared that up last week.
No, I didn't. It's not my story to tell.
I'm surprised you didn't because I wasn't here, but I did. I got lost you called it. You tried to give me directions and ask me if I knew where I was going. I'm like, yeah, I'll be fine.
How can you get lost on St. Pete's Road? That's what you're thinking.
On the tarmac. I thought because you're on the base, it would be clearly marked and you would have literally an alleyway to go down. Like they wouldn't let you veer off or make a wrong turn because it's an Air Force base. It's our military. It's wide open. You get past the front gate and it's a free-for-all.
I wouldn't characterize it as that.
No, but that's how it felt. Right. I'm driving, like you said, you drive through the parking lots and not a lot of signage.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, am I in the right spot? And then there's turns and you think, okay, these have to be where I go. Nope, you're on the tarmac. Over by the planes. And people are watching me drive by.
Right.
Nobody's stopping me. I'm waiting for someone in uniform to be like, whoa, where are you going? Nobody stopped me.
They load you and your vehicle onto a Herc.
Oh my gosh.
Before you know it, you're heading across.
Why did it get so dark?
Where am I going?
No, I do exaggerate, but it was a little nerve-wracking. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I am not supposed to be here.
Then you find the golf course and you're good.
Yes, and a beautiful golf course.
It's in gorgeous shape.
It is beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, busy week coming up. We're not talking Tiffany this week. We're done with her for the summer. I think, holy smokes.
Weekend number 3. And again, photos up on our socials from the Midway down at Westwick Parks. Looks like it was awesome.
It was great. Plenty of stuff going on. Get inquinte.ca if you want to get up to date on all that's going on in the Quinte region as we head into another great weekend, which includes the Shark Regatta. We'll have more once again from Chad on the show later on this week to get you set for that. Best spots to watch it as we get set to host the World Shark Regatta in 2026. So this is the Ontario Championship coming up in a handful of days. It is the World Championships on our water in 3 years from now. So that's all on the way. Enjoy your Monday with Mark and Charity Mornings. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning.